Hello again, Matt.
Hi.
How are you? Just a tour
I'm
visit
good,
this week.
despite some technical difficulties.
Yes.
I look like a potato.
I look good for a change.
So sorry about that. Yeah, you do.
Don't you just love how computers just change every week? You don't change any settings, but you'll switch it back on.
Listeners, not that you care, but I hooked everything up as normal. Nothing works this week. So I'm using not the mic I normally use and not the camera that I normally use. Because it's good to have backups.
Yes. I do.
And I'll be rebooting this computer after this. Yeah. Yeah, but you're on vacation, right?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Oh, sorry, holiday.
I'm already sort of on my backup. Yes, I'm on holidays.
Yeah.
And we get more than 2 weeks.
Fuck off.
Welcome to Multiple Nerdgasm with your hosts, Matt, Luke, and Dan. Multiple Nerdgasm, your guide to all things nerdy.
So part of my holiday, I thought I would do the good thing. In trip through Vietnam, thought it'd be nice and try and learn a couple of words.
Oh, did you?
Found out I need to make an apology to a big chunk of Vietnam that I spoke to.
Wow, what did you say?
I thought I learned how to say thank you. So when people were serving me and stuff, I thought I was saying thank you. And I just got nothing back, and I thought it was weird. I was sort of silence or a weird stare.
Yeah.
I found out I wasn't saying thank you. I was saying shut up. So thank you is come on, or like that. I was saying come on, and that's shut up. And so I was just like, shut up, and just served me, and then walking off.
That's very good.
So I'm sorry, Vietnam. I'll never learn to speak another language again. Yes, we're in Malaysia now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Still very
Where
hot.
Are you?
And I can't drink as much beer here. We're in Kuala Lumpur.
Okay. Why can't you drink as much beer there? You don't have it, or?
Oh, well, it's mostly a Muslim country.
Oh, of course.
So it's not like in Vietnam where I can wake up, buy a beer from anywhere for $1, and then walk down the street drinking it.
Yeah. Or like in Munich, where the guy who owns the hotel was just trying to get me to drink beer every fucking breakfast.
Why not?
I'm just saying.
The one thing is, I never got drunk in Vietnam. Because I just sweated it out immediately.
Oh, I see. And I assume it's like kind of lightish lager beer.
Yeah.
That's what you're into anyway.
It's all. Yeah, I like lagers, and it's all nice beer all over the place. They've all got their own special local beers, and I like them all.
Yeah.
But so that's my sort of story from Vietnam. Yes, I am. Only a few more days, and then we're back home.
Okay. I haven't been to that part of the world at all, which is so stupid. It was like when I was in Australia, I was like, I didn't go anywhere except like England, where I fucking was born, so it doesn't count. And then I moved to America, and now I go to Europe. Like, I go to around America, or I go to Europe. Like,
we're actually thinking about going back to Vietnam and doing another tour through to Cambodia, because it was, and also so cheap, ridiculously cheap. And this people will come back. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, beer's $1.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. So,
food is cheap. Like, the most expensive part of your entire trip was the flights. And it's only because I refused to fly economy.
Because I know you've eaten some odd stuff. Not odd like not like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Weird, kind of odd. I mean, just you've eaten some stuff that's a little unusual. I mean, you would, but you haven't. Well, maybe you have.
No, I don't think so. I said like some crispy fried fish skin.
Yeah,
I like fish skin though. I eat that at home. Like,
I was going to say I eat fish skin. I don't eat most animals, but I do eat fish skin. So,
but just as a side. But no, nothing crazy. I didn't go looking for it.
I was interested to hear I think Hannah Phil is in on the chat because you had the egg coffee.
Oh yes.
Which
and
you told me
egg
you were going to
beer.
have egg coffee. Yeah, but you didn't explain what the egg coffee was. And then when you said you had the egg beer, I was like, for some reason, egg beer is way grosser sounding to me than egg coffee, even though both should be egg. But then she explained it's more like it's a meringue, right? That they put in it.
Yeah, so it's egg yolk, condensed milk, and I think something else all mixed together.
Oh, okay. So
for the coffee, it's actually quite nice because you got the coffee sitting at the bottom, and then this sort of thick layer on top. You sort of mix it together. It's sort of the
sweet
beer
kind of.
Yeah, the beer you're just pouring the beer into this sort of.
Do you think they just made that up to see if you drink it?
I think so. I really, really do.
You did. You finished it, didn't you?
I finished it. I wasn't going to miss out on it, and I had a few people in the restaurant come up and ask me how it was because I think everyone saw it and went, "No one's going to buy that." And I was the only person there.
Yeah, he's not going to drink that.
And that was the only place I ever saw it was at one place.
Yeah, right. The only place I've had Vietnamese coffee, which is I think that's what they called it, was in England because it's kind of a big craze over there. It was like it's the condensed milk kind of very sweet, kind of creamy coffee. It's fucking delicious.
But it's sort of it's a very contrast because their coffee is actually quite strong as well.
Yeah. So
I think it's to sort of counteract the very strong and
very sweet.
Something to enjoy. Yeah, I actually didn't mind the coffee.
Bit of egg yolk. Yeah, no, I would drink that for sure.
I can't. Australian coffee sucks,
dude. Don't even. American coffee fucking sucks. Try finding. Okay, there's one place in this state that I know of that I can get a proper good flat white. Right? They did like Starbucks can't fucking do it. The only thing at Starbucks that's any good ever is like the weird flavored shit, but that's just like a candy drink. It's not like coffee. And
correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not a big coffee drinker, but isn't a flat white just coffee and a little bit of milk?
It's coffee. No, it's like a shot. It's like espresso, or a shot, or a couple of shots of espresso and milk. But the milk is not like a latte. Is like a lot of froth, kind of like
it's just.
I forget the ratios. There's like cappuccinos a lot, lattes quite a lot, and flat white is like a little bit of froth, but it's mostly just kind of like the kind of steamed milk. And it's got a stronger coffee flavor to me than a latte. And that's what I used to drink all the time in Sydney. Like Sydney fucking like Campos coffee in particular, flat whites.
Shout out.
Them. Yeah, shout out. There's a place in Providence called Sydney, which is a cafe. It's the only place in this fucking state that makes a good one. For obvious reasons. Because they make it the way that it should be. Yeah.
It should be made. So while I've been traveling, have I missed anything? Has anything been happening in the world?
Let's have a look at the news.
No news. I just tune out.
Really? There's some big news.
Yeah.
There's some real big news.
Ooh.
And I've accidentally just deleted it in the spreadsheet, but I'll undelete it and I'll tell you and I'll tell the listeners, get out there right now on whatever platform you buy games on and buy Armed and Gelatinous. Couch Edition, it's out now, as of yesterday. It is out. Armed and Gelatinous is out. Get some friends together, have some drinks. Game. It's a fucking excellent game. Get together with some friends, have some drinks, play some Armed and Gelatinous.
So is it an updated version just for new consoles? Or?
Yeah, it's like, so they've been doing arcade versions of it for the past couple of years, because... they were building them nearby, actually, in Connecticut, I believe. They were building the arcade machines. They had one at PAX a couple of years ago, and they've literally been traveling around the US, like putting them in arcades. And this is the Couch Edition, which is the kind of, I think the game's been in early access for a long time, because I first saw it in Australia.
A very long. It's been, and. Like, we're talking, like, not recent. That was, like, 8 years ago or something. Like, it was a long time ago we spoke about this.
Yeah, and they've been refining it, making it better. And so it's basically, it's what, like a couch or, like, local multiplayer game where you each play a gelatinous blob. There's a ton of game modes, but I guess the core main gameplay is that you absorb weapons that stick out the side of you where you pick them up, and then you just try and shoot everybody else. And you gain in size as the longer you live. You gain in size, but that makes you slower and easier to kill. So, and it's super fun. So, this is the actual release. This is on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and Steam. Go get it. It's fucking awesome.
Well, I know. I get home in a few days, so that can start installing. Give me a second.
You're doing it
now.
There you go. All right.
Yeah. We just brought it, and it's now installing.
Very good.
Yeah.
That's the magic.
Quick and easy.
Oh, you know what? Update on this guy, the G Cloud. After we did the podcast when I was in Jersey the other week, I tried to use this in the hotel to play some Alan Wake, and it could not connect to my Xbox from the hotel. It was for games. This was a brick. Apart from the local games, I could play Scum VM and like RetroWatch and stuff, and I could watch videos on it. I could watch Picard, which we'll talk about in a bit.
Was
hopefully.
It maybe just
hotel Wi-Fi? Probably. I don't know. I could do Xbox Cloud.
Hotel Wi-Fi just couldn't handle it. Did you try and hotspot it at all?
No, not even that. I think maybe they were just blocking ports or something that I needed, because I could do Xbox Cloud. I could play but there's less games available on that. I could play No Man's Sky, but it was a bit clunky.
Yep.
Because of the Wi-Fi speed. But the Xbox, I literally couldn't connect to it at all.
I know quite soon they're going to make all Xbox games cloud, so it doesn't matter. It's not going to be sort of a particular one.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any reason why you couldn't do any of them.
It's going to be Game Pass game. It's still in beta.
Yeah,
Which is why I think they keep it limited to sort of the stuff they've got on Game Pass, so they can sort of keep a control number. We focus on that, make sure what's working, what's not, because that's their plan for the future.
Yeah.
As I keep telling everyone, but no one believes me.
Well, they're making a handheld, apparently. But I keep reading online that PlayStation has won and the Xbox is like on its way out. It doesn't feel like that to me, but apparently that's the way it is. I don't know why.
I don't get it either. I think Microsoft's setting themselves up for the future.
Yeah, I mean
they're buying all these studios. They're going cross-play. They're trying to say we can put Game Pass on everything. Honestly, console wars are over.
I would have thought so.
They can't get rid of achievements.
Yeah, let's be friends.
Yes. Why can't we be friends?
Speaking of Xbox and studios that they own and exclusives and all that shit, there's an update coming for Starfield that will add two things that might bring me back to this game pretty quickly. 60 frames per second and dune buggies. And some other stuff. But those are the two things that
buggies has got me.
There's two things that made me go, okay, I'd go back to the game for that. Because it solves two problems I have. One is that my eyes don't like the flickering, and the other is that I don't like walking.
It takes a while to get used to, but that was annoying. Like in Starfield, you land on a planet and you'll see stuff, and then you have to walk forever to get there. Then you get there, explore it, and then you see something else, and it's forever to get there again. So it'd be nice to not have that.
As long as it's better than the buggy from Mass Effect, the first one.
I love that. The Mako. I love it.
Yes,
I love that.
Yeah. Mako.
Bring that back. Have they? Is there any word on the DLC though? Because while it's nice to get extra stuff, I'm not going to go back unless there's more story.
Let me check. Yeah, because you've finished it. Yes, there is something coming.
Yeah.
I think there's an expansion coming called Shattered something or other. But
Okay.
the update that's coming along with it, a big patch 1.11.33 is out now for PC players. Adds. No, that's a map thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, this is okay. So it's out now. Fuck. All right, I gotta check this then.
Okay.
This is out now for Xbox potentially. 30 or 60 FPS, and I guess the Dune buggy stuff is in the expansion. Yeah, there's an expansion coming.
Because I want to see more story. Because I've ended the game and got back to a new start. So I'll start play that same file, but just do the new world. I mean,
I was smart and I abandoned the game halfway through so that it wouldn't feel as painful to start over again.
Whereas I finished the game and I'm back at the start, so it's fine.
Yeah,
but I keep all my stats, so I'm now invincible.
Interesting. Also, Fallout 4 got a next-gen update. Speaking of Bethesda
I saw that, which is probably good timing for it, but I'm not going to go back and play it. I've played it a few times now.
I know. I installed it just to see, and then I was like, yeah, but I don't know if I'm going to play this. To be honest, I'd rather play New Vegas if I was going to play something again. Release a fucking next-gen version of that, please. Yeah. That game's sick.
Yes. Just do a remake of that.
So on that note, I did watch all of the Fallout TV show. Have you watched all of it?
Oh, no, I still only watched episode 1.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Well, I won't say too much then. I will say this. I liked it, and then I was like, I don't know, and then I really liked it again. So.
Okay. I can deal with that. I watched it.
Yeah. No. It's
episode.
It's good.
Fine. And I really enjoyed that, but all right, I will try it then.
Apparently they're trying to rush out a new game now. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Wait, really? It makes sense.
Made me think,
they should have started working on that like a couple of years ago.
Yes, like you guys knew you were making a TV show, right? The fuck? Like,
yeah. Like,
were you surprised that people liked it? Like,
this is one where you have a studio like Obsidian working on New Vegas on the sidelines.
Ideally, a studio exactly like Obsidian. Yes.
Yes.
Well, because that's the thing this article was talking about how Bethesda's not set up to work on multiple games at once, and they would have to farm it out to a third party. It's like, yes, do that. That always works better. Do that. Like,
yes. New Vegas was a great game. Just do that.
Mm-hmm.
Obsidian pitched that idea. You make the main ones, we'll make little side ones. We'll work together. We'll keep everything the same. And
they wanted to do one for Fallout 4, and Bethesda told them no.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fucking stupid, Bethesda. You should have done that.
Because they released some stuff for Fallout Shelter to go with the game, which wow. Like, I think we're all over Fallout Shelter.
I'm not going to play that again.
No. They've released some stuff for, what was it? Fallout 76, but that's only good for people who like playing Fallout 76. For people who like the core games, there's nothing.
Playing Fallout 76 just made me want to play New Vegas again, honestly. Because I kept thinking, like, this is cool and all. It's like new stuff, but it's not quite right because it's like hamstrung for the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do it properly.
I did enjoy it. Like, yeah. Or you get to a point where you're just doing the same thing over and over. Like,
yeah, and it's like it has to be clunky and weird to allow for the fact that it can't, like, the world can't change too much, and you can't, like, you've got to have quest givers handing out the same quest to 10 people. Like, it's And
then you've also got the thing of, like, you have your base set up and you'd love it, and then you'll get to the next time and your base is there because someone else's base is already there. And
yeah, it's a little bit weird. Yeah, I'm into this. What are you drinking, by the way?
I'm drinking Sapporo. My camera turned off, so I'll have to turn that back on.
Oh, that keeps happening.
Yeah, just a Sapporo.
It's just a Sapporo.
Yeah, I keep trying to turn it back on. It's just cool. I've only got my camera's a USB-A, and I've got it into a connector, and I think my connectors are broken. I think they got bent somehow, so that's why it keeps doing that. But I'll keep trying to plug it back in and fixing it.
That could be something to do with why my other mic didn't work. I'm going to have to figure all this shit out. So, on the subject of things that I've watched, I know that I've already mentioned Picard season 3, and I know you've already seen it.
How are you going with that? Yes, long time ago. So
I can't believe I waited so long. It's because seasons 1 and 2 just pissed me off so much. Well, season 1 and then season 2 was...
except season 2 was weird.
I'm so glad that I pushed through season 2. I know I basically could have not watched it, which is annoying.
Yeah.
There's nothing in it that's relevant to season 3.
No.
Season 1 is.
Yes.
Because there's a very important plot point where Picard is fucking dead and he's a robot now.
Yes.
Spoilers. But if you don't know that, then there's no help for you. Which is stupid, but they've made it work for them in season 3. So I'm like, okay. And so basically, I've got 2 episodes left. They've wrapped up some stuff, but now they've still got some fairly big plot points to deal with. The first, I think, 3 or 4 episodes were fucking excellent. There was a little dip where I started to get worried because they were doing some stuff where I was like, oh, I don't know. but then it like came together and I was like, all right, okay, all right, I'm back. We're back. And then now it's like ramping back up again. And I'm like, if this continues this way to the end, fucking applause. Like, I can't believe how good it is. Like, I honestly can't believe it. After season 2, I can't believe how good it is.
It keeps getting better. I'm now remembering the sort of ending and...
All right,
I just love how they got like
and
all the
heard
cast
too.
come back.
I know, and I always think it's funny when because they've done this before, where they have to get all the characters back. That's fine, except for Brent Spiner, who is supposed to be an android. So they always have to come up with some reason for him to like be old now. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, kudos to them. Usually, it's like, you know, like in this, it works. Like, fine, I understand why he looks old. It works.
Yeah.
Like, good job.
They have to do something because you do want him back, but like he's meant to be an android for ages.
Yeah, and then you have 2 options: just don't mention it, and hopefully, like we all know he's a real human. We'll just accept that he looks different. Like you could CGI it, I suppose, which is probably not a good idea. And then what they did was that you just kind of make up a in-universe reason why he looks old.
I think like...
Which is fine.
Maybe 30, 40 years ago, people would have just accepted it. Like, yes, he's aged, but we'll just pretend it's not because we get to enjoy it. But now, because the internet is here and we're also critical of things, you can't
why does he look like an old man? Because he's fucking 30 years older. Because he is an old man.
Well, he's not a real android. It's pretend. We don't accept things anymore for entertainment.
The way that, like I said, the way that they've done that stuff, I was like, okay, that's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah. No,
so yeah, and I saw potentially there may be a new series with Captain Shaw, and I was like, oh fuck yeah, he is awesome. You know the dude who's the captain of the Titan, that guy. Yep. He is awesome. So apparently they might be doing a series about him. Like,
see, I'm starting to like these new ones. Discovery, I went off. Discovery got stupid.
It seems like it was it Alex Kurtzman and Akiva Goldsman that were doing them, and I don't know what the fuck they were doing. It's the people who did the J.J. Abrams movies. They wrote them, but like I guess so they gave them the series, but I don't know. It just seems like they didn't. To me, it seems like they didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Look, Strange New World, you need to watch.
Yeah, no, I will.
Yeah.
And like I said,
It's
they make this new one
Picard,
about.
but it's
And if they make a new one with Captain Shaw and I forget the name of the it's Geordie, it's LaForge's kid.
Yeah, LaForge.
Slight spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her and like I guess maybe Seven will be in it as well. Like fuck yeah, I'll watch that. Those characters are all awesome.
Yep, they all work well together. Bring it on.
Yeah, he's fucking hilarious.
All right, I'm just gonna open this up.
Oh boy. So yeah, loving it. 2 episodes to go. If it really does keep getting better, I can't. I honestly, I just can't recommend it enough. Which is so strange, having watched season 2, which I cannot condemn enough.
I don't understand their thought process in season 2. I think it was just they wanted to get Q in there.
Well, that's fine, and
it was a nice tie back to.
Some of the moments with Q were great. It's just that it had all this other garbage piled on top of it, where it was like that moment. I think maybe in the last episode of season 2, when Q and Picard sat down, and Q explained the fuck was going on, and I was like, "See, this could have been one episode, where Q does something crazy, and it turns out it's just because he's fond of Picard. Like that's nice, that's cool. He's dying. He's fond of Picard, so he. It's like you didn't need to make this insane garbage fucking TV series about that. Like
nothing.
That literally gets like wiped from existence and doesn't. Nothing matters. It's so stupid.
Except for Whoopi Goldberg still knows him.
Oh, she was pretending the whole time. So stupid.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. And then even in season 3, there's a moment where I think Captain Shaw says something about, except for that incident on the Stargazer, talking about the entire plot of season 2 of Picard. and he goes, well, forget about that. And then,
Was it the same people who did season 2? Or did they bring new people on for season 2?
It was season 1 and season 2 were the same people. And then season 3 is a completely different, some guy who likes Star Trek.
You did well with season 1. You've now lost the keys after season 2.
Yeah, season 1 was like went off the rails somewhat, and then I guess they didn't see the warning signs, and they said, "Yeah, no worries, another one." And then they were like, "Oh fuck."
I did like that first episode where there was your fucking hubris. You see,
even the way they speak,
that was.
Yeah, Admiral.
I enjoyed that though.
It's odd. It's odd.
Yeah.
That's the highest praise for season 3 is that the characters behave the way they're supposed to. Like, Picard talks like Picard. He doesn't waffle on about stars and our place in the universe as much as he does. Like, it's just anyway. It's very good.
So it's
nice to see them all back.
Which most of our fans have probably seen already.
Yeah. I'm like catching up. That's the problem. They put me off. They put me so off. Yeah, Strange New Worlds is next, and then whatever this new one is.
There is a singing episode in season 2, and it works. It just does. It's weird. And there's rumors for season 3 they're going to do a Muppet version. Oh, what else has been happening?
Shit from
what have I missed?
Buffy and Angel. Jesus.
Yep.
So there's some Zack Snyder news, and this made me laugh because we talked about his dodgy math on Joe Rogan, where he said,
yes,
because more people, was it X number of people? Oh no, the quote is in this article. I know it is. Here we go.
Ah, great.
Rebel Moon Part 1 on Netflix had 90 million views. Plus, you normally watch a movie with at least one other person, so double that, right? Vis-a-vis, concordantly, Rebel Moon was more popular than Barbie. That was his thing, right? You're either very intensely interested in what I'm saying or you're frozen.
Oh.
And I might be talking to the void.
I've lost internet.
I think it might be the void. Perhaps I'll wait. This is going to be very strange for listeners if our local recordings have your audio and my audio. Well, now it's just me. Well, listeners, viewers, it's just us. What do you want to talk about? We can talk about Picard season 3 some more if you want. Or I could. Oh, I've got a message from Luke. No, it's from Hannah. Luke just lost internet. Don't leave the chat. Apparently I returned at the right moment. All right, listeners, I'm typing excellent. We will wait. By we, I mean the listeners and I. There you are.
I was hotspotting on my phone and it just stopped working.
Oh, don't worry. I kept the listeners entertained. Nope. You've disappeared again. Dead air. I gotta talk. I gotta keep talking. What can I talk about? I got this. Switch light. Got it on eBay. Dirt cheap. Covered in paint. Some kid painted it. Turns out, isopropyl alcohol gets that right off. And you got a perfectly good, well, it's mostly perfectly good. It's got some stickers on it. But perfectly good switch light. Oh, hi, Gay. How you going, Luke? I don't know if you caught any of that.
I'm back again. No, I caught nothing.
I was just updating listeners on my new switch light.
Like eSIM. Oh, awesome! So, for some reason, my hotspot has died completely.
Okay.
And then I've gone back to hotel Wi-Fi, which is not the best. So this might be a shorter episode. Why we? Yes. So we'll see how we go. But we should keep in mind, I'm going to have to upload as well. So.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Good.
Maybe let's talk about what we're doing and then finish up for this week.
Talk about what we were talking about. Zack Snyder.
Thing. Snyder. Oh God, Zack Snyder annoys me.
So we talked about his math, right? He said 90 million people watched it on Netflix, therefore 200 million people watched it, yada, 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 yada.
Yeah. He
did an interview recently where they called him out a little bit on that, and they said, people are making fun of you for your math.
Yeah.
Because he was saying that, they were saying that you think watching it on Netflix is the same as watching it in a theater. And he said, no. What he's saying is there's something about the theater that makes the movies more culturally significant because more people watched Rebel Moon, and yet, despite that, he thinks just because it was in a theater, people watched Barbie, that made it more significant.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I understand, he's the filmmaker, he loves his baby or whatever, but no, Netflix, people just throw any old shit on, right? It's almost irrelevant how many people watched his movie on Netflix because it was a new movie that was on Netflix. People watch and it's not the fact that it was in theaters. I think if Rebel Moon, no offense to him, I didn't mind Rebel Moon, but if Rebel Moon had been in theaters, it would not have had 100 million people go see it.
I wouldn't have done. And his math, I don't think they really called about the math because his math is saying 98% well, 98 million views. He's saying that 98 million. He's saying they're unique views, and he's saying that in those unique views, there was at least 2 people sitting there.
Well, he's saying those are the numbers Netflix gave him. In his defense, that's fine. Netflix told him that's how many, so fair enough. I understand. That's fine.
But yeah, no. I'm not disputing 98 million views.
Sure.
I'm disputing that they're all on unique accounts. Because how many people probably have watched it more than once?
But what I'm saying is the value.
People have watched that a few times.
That's fair too. But I'm saying the value of a watch on Netflix is significantly less than a bum in a seat in a theater. Like significantly less.
There's plenty of stuff you put it on as background noise while you're doing something else that you're actually enjoying. You just want something playing.
People are desperate for things to watch on Netflix often because they're at home and they'll throw any old shit on. So no, and again, no offense to him. Rebel Moon was fine. I didn't think it was as bad as everyone else seems to. I didn't think it was great, but it was fine. But I just think he's he loves his baby, I think, and he's lost sight of it.
Have you seen part 2
He's just not making much sense. No, it's out, isn't it? Yeah, I
haven't seen part 2, but then as soon as part 2's out,
I'll watch it.
The Snyder Cut has already been rated.
Rated?
So we're getting the Snyder Cut of Rebel Moon.
Is it R-rated?
It's rated R.
For what?
R-rated, the new one.
For what kind of content?
I don't know. Probably just more
not the
violence.
Good kind. Yeah, not the good kind.
Violence. It'll be violent. No, it's not the good kind. It's just going to be more violence, which is... I get bored of just big fight scenes.
Yeah, I know.
Because his fight is they don't progress story.
That's right, and it numbs me to everything else. Like his... Yeah, I don't know how to explain it other than that. Like watching... It's exhausting.
Good fight scene progresses story as well. It's not just look at these explosions or this cool shit happening for 20 minutes. It's No, I guess see Transformers if I want to see that.
Yeah, Transformers.
I guess see the other guy for the explosion.
Transformers is a better version of what Zack Snyder does, in my opinion. Like not all the Transformers movies are good, but I thought the first one was pretty good, and there have been ones throughout the series that have been pretty good, and just that like you said that kind of explosion porn.
Yes.
Michael Bay's very good at that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's who I go to for that. No,
for me, personal preference. I'm sure maybe we have listeners who like Zack Snyder. Yeah, there are people out there.
Well, you have to be careful. There are people out there who are criticizing people for coming out against the movie, just saying we're just doing it to be mean or we're just doing it to jump on the bandwagon. No, we just didn't like it. No.
Yeah. Well, it's not that I didn't like it. It was fine. I thought it was a bit stupid, and I wouldn't watch it again. And my main complaint was that the action scenes were stupid, and he uses slow motion in a really strange way where I can't decide. I just can't figure out why he's using it. Like it seems arbitrary sometimes.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if I don't know. I think with the extended cut, it's just going to be more of the stuff we don't want. Whereas the stuff that I want to see is more about those robots and the fact that they stop fighting and that story there.
Yeah, I think that is it. From what I've read, that is going to come up again. I mean, it'd be fucking stupid if it didn't. Why would you even have it in there if it didn't come up again? But it must come up again.
Well, it's probably going to come up, and then they're going to find there's a new king or queen or blah blah blah, and they're going to stand up and fight. Yeah. They're going to be the ones that save the battle.
It'll be her. That's
my prediction. It'll be her. Yeah. The bodyguard was actually secretly the princess.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I call it.
Is that feasible?
Prediction
I'm trying to think
after the movie
based on the plot.
Seen it.
Okay. I'll watch it.
There's a plot?
Well, apparently he's going to make a bunch more of them. There is a plot.
Yeah, I already
the
heard
first
that part
movie
3's in the
set it up
works.
and then ignored it, but there is a plot. So I am somewhat interested to see what comes of the plot that they set up at the beginning of the first one.
Hear, at the beginning of the first one, the story that they're telling is still quite good, and then it just goes off and does its own thing.
Yeah, it was interesting until it just wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Zack Snyder, like I got nothing against him. I feel like he is, whatever he's doing, he has a very particular thing that he's doing, and it just doesn't work for me, whatever it is. And like, kudos to him.
Yeah.
He's doing it. Like, he has a style.
It's working for some people,
and
though.
a thing he's trying to do.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
It's working for some execs, and yeah.
It's like I think I said when I watched the first one, there was stuff in it where I was like, this should be thrilling to me. Like, the shots of her working the fields with the other plant background stuff. But something about the way he does it is just aesthetically unappealing to me. And I don't know how to put it into words.
Everything he does is green screen, isn't it? I think it's just the color palette.
I'm not sure. It's just something about like, and like, not to fillet Greg Fraser any more than I always do, but I feel like if he had like shot this, it would look fucking incredible, and I would be like all about it. It's just something about the visuals of it that's not appealing to me. I don't have the language to put into words because I'm not trained in that stuff.
Yeah, but it is his choice. You can't say it's not his because that's his style. Like, it's in all his movies.
That's what I mean. And
style.
Respect. He's and for him, he comes out and he's like, no, I fucking did what I wanted. Like, if you don't like it, fuck off. Like, okay, good.
Don't watch it.
Respect.
I'm still getting paid.
And then he says, "Don't watch it."
He does. He still gets paid.
All you watched it. More of you than watched Barbie. Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Well, that's it for this week. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to go. I don't trust my connection. I really don't. And I've got to try and work out how to have my phone. I don't have any internet anymore on my phone, which is sad, and I need that.
Well, before we go, I would like to say, because I don't know if you saw this, we did talk about it, but I sent out the update saying that we're going to do, because we've missed a few episodes because of the travel and stuff like that. But we love our patrons. Go to patreon.com/multiple-nerdgasm to sign up. We want to make it up to you. So what we're going to try and do is some special episodes. In particular, we're going to do a Q&A episode coming up soon, like an AMA kind of thing, right? So if you have questions for us, fucking anything. We've already gotten some interesting ones about. Yeah, we've already gotten some pretty interesting ones about fucking drinks we like, characters we like, all sorts of weird shit. Whatever. Right?
Cool.
Send them in, podcast@multiplenerdgasm.com, or go to patreon.com/multiplenerdgasm. You can sign up to the Patreon for free and you'll get the updates and stuff like that. But for the AMA thing, you will have to be a paid subscriber. So $1 a month will get you in. And then you can ask anything you want, and we'll do a whole episode where we'll answer them. And I think it's going to be fun. And I'm also going to throw in
anything.
I'm going to throw in some wild card questions that I think will be entertaining, and I'm also going to solicit suggestions from our significant others. So, so fair warning, Dan and Luke. I'm going to ask your wives what the fuck they want to know as well.
That can be scary. All right. Well, if it's good, and people like it, we'll do it more often. Like, yeah. All right. Cool. Excellent. I'll talk to you, and we'll be back to normal next week. I promise. I won't be traveling.
Yeah.
On this terrible internet connection.
No worries.
Bye, everyone.
All right. Bye.
That's all for this week. Thank you for listening, and we hope you enjoyed the show. If you enjoyed it, then please subscribe in iTunes to receive episodes automatically. We'll see you next time.